Hello and welcome to today's February 2nd daily news report, as well as ongoing stimulus package information video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. On this channel, I keep you in the loop on what's really going on in Washington, D.C. with President Biden, the stimulus package, the U.S. economy, money, investing, and much, much more. Don't forget to get your name added to the giveaway that Casey and I are doing in the month of February, thanks to amazing video sponsors. I'll make sure to leave a link below. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for giving these videos a like. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, now, I hope I don't get in trouble with YouTube for sharing this next bit of information, but it's totally true, and it's from the Johns Hopkins website. A new report from Johns Hopkins University revealed that the lockdowns we have all lived through and endured had almost no effect on COVID-19. The study was designed to determine whether locking people down had any effect on the mortality issues of COVID-19. And after months of research, looking at data and metadata from dozens and dozens and dozens of studies, these data scientists have concluded the lockdowns were ill-founded and should be rejected going forward. Their final conclusion was that the lockdowns we all endured imposed enormous economic and social costs where they were adopted. The United States national debt surpassed $30 trillion for the first time in history. We are officially the most in-debt nation in world history, and right now government leaders have no plan for how to lower that debt. The new job data came out today, and it looks very bad. It will be interesting to watch the White House try to spin these horrible numbers. The White House and economists had predicted job growth of over 200,000 new jobs. Instead, Americans went negative 301,000 jobs. That means they missed their mark by over 500,000 jobs for the January jobs report. It's horrible. It's really, really bad news, right? And if you own stocks, even a handful of them, I'm sure this morning at 9:30 a.m. when the stock market opened, your portfolio dropped like a rock. I know mine did. It took a nosedive. Hopefully it will recover over the next few days, but this is bad, and it is what it is. What can we do, right? So we have massive amounts of debt, no plan for how to get out of that debt. We have the highest inflation we've had in 40 years, and there are tens of millions of Americans that still need financial help. However, economists are waving a red flag when it comes to oil prices. Many economists are saying we could see gas prices similar to what we saw in 2012 and 2013 when Obama and Biden were running the White House. New indicators show that with all of the war potential brewing between the United States, Ukraine, and Russia, we could see prices go higher this summer. And if President Putin feels threatened in Russia, he and OPEC could put restrictions on the oil being sold to the United States or Europe. If that happens, oil and gas will become a national security risk. So the handling of this Russia-Ukraine situation properly is super, super important. Now, likely nothing's going to happen until after the Olympics in China are over, but the Pentagon says, as of today, they are sending 3,000 active U.S. military troops to Eastern Europe and putting another 8,500 more on high alert. So I really hoping we don't go down this, but this is all over the news today, and you need to be aware of it, because how do you plan a budget or handle your money or think about the stock market or your family if you're not aware of these crazy, crazy events that could unfold? Now, we're just barely 6 months out of the Afghanistan war, and the United States is already looking at a potential war conflict over in Europe. So hopefully nothing happens, but you just need to be aware of this stuff. Now, the head of CNN, Jeff Zucker, has stepped down after he disclosed he's been having an inappropriate and undisclosed relationship for many, many years with a manager. Who was the manager? Well, the former communications director for former Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York. No wonder CNN tried so hard to cover for the Cuomo brothers and their sexual misbehaviors. So I don't know how CNN recovers from this. They keep saying other people have all these credibility issues, but they are really, really struggling. You can see why their views are down by 90%. All right, regarding the next stimulus package and the children's monthly tax credit checks, Senator Bernie Sanders says the stimulus bill and financial help for Americans is not dead. Sanders said he is furious with Democrat colleague Senator Joe Manchin for even hinting that the stimulus bill was dead. Now, yesterday I told you that Senator Joe Manchin was clear that he does not plan on voting for the Build Back Better bill passed by Nancy Pelosi in the House of Representatives. However, he also said he's already starting to speak about the Senate's stimulus bill with different senators in Washington, D.C. So I hope no one got the impression that these talks were over or that the financial help was dead. The bill passed by Nancy Pelosi isn't going to pass in the Senate, but that doesn't mean that the help or the talks of financial help are over. They are certainly not. In fact, they're just getting started. Many Democrat senators are very optimistic a deal will get done. In fact, I've seen a very important change in the conversations coming out of Washington, D.C. And Pelosi herself has said she will be ready to vote again once the new bill is ready and passable in the Senate. So she's waiting for the Senate at this point, but she said from her own mouth, we will vote on this as soon as it's ready. So that does not sound like a dead deal to me. So again, I'm just reading between the lines, but it does sound like they are very much planning on passing a bill. However, if Democrats can't get Manchin and Sinema on their side, there are still other options. They could recraft the stimulus bill to be more people-focused and passable. They could also drop areas of opposition from Republicans and then add in areas of interest for Republicans to try to pick up 1 to 5 Republican votes. For example, Senators Josh Hawley and Mitt Romney both have bills for the child tax credit monthly checks. Mitt Romney's bill was very close to what we received in 2021 for 6 months. And Senator Josh Hawley's bill is even more generous and supportive of families than that. There's also a bill for adult tax credits that could be revamped and made into monthly checks versus a lump sum at the end of the year. And that would also attract Republican support. Republicans are very interested in tax breaks and very disinterested in welfare programs. So they could appeal to these Republicans in many, many ways in order to get votes from Republicans. Most Republicans are more against massive spending on green energy than they are against withholding money from people and from kids. So there may have to be some rebalancing of the $555 billion for green energy investment. There's also the option like Mitch McConnell suggested in giving people under a certain income level financial help. So I see Democrats having lots of options to move forward, and they could even include Republicans if they wanted. They just have to make some changes to how they want to move forward. Now, Senator Bernie Sanders said his fight is far from over. In fact, he said, once you adjust for inflation, Americans are making $49 less per week than they were 49 years ago. Now, that's crazy, right? So we need to focus on proper wages, redo how we look at employment perks, the stock market. There could be some big changes coming. Also, he said that he wants to go after the greedy pharmaceutical companies. Sanders said, if you're a pharmaceutical CEO, I'm sure you just love our healthcare system. LOOOOVE is how he put it. Best in the world, right? But if you're someone who needs insulin to survive, you're probably sick and tired of being made to pay 10 times what people in Canada pay for insulin. Let's end Big Pharma's greed, said Bernie Sanders. Sanders also said, in America today, 745 billionaires now own more wealth than the bottom 60% of all of our people combined. And worse, over the last 2 years, while those 745 billionaires grew their wealth by some 70%, half of our people live paycheck to paycheck. That's greed, plain and simple. So Sanders is bringing the hammer down and wants to get things going again with the stimulus package. Sanders also said the social safety net programs so desperately needed could be paid for by taxing the wealthy. Democrats need to get back on taxing the wealthy, right? This was the drum they were beating all the way up until October. And then all of a sudden it was like, hey, we got to give these rich people a bunch of tax credits. And Sanders is saying, no, 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 no. We have got to tax the wealthy. Sanders said, it is sad when a school teacher pays a higher tax percentage than the richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos. Now, I personally don't think this fight is over for helping the average person, but I do think Biden's bill passed by Nancy Pelosi is dead, but I do not believe stimulus is dead, nor the stimulus package. Now, this is my update for today. As I know more, I will definitely come on and share more with you. Before you go, make sure to get your name entered to be one of the winners of the giveaway that Casey and I are doing. 10 people are going to win $500 in cash, and you can spend it however you want. I'll make sure to leave a link below. And before you go, come here. I just want to remind you, you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.